What is up, soul warriors, sun path creators? Welcome to the ascension. Welcome to the return of Christ. Today, we're going to talk about one element of Christ consciousness and what it means for you in the rising through the ascension. This is, in fact, the return of Christ, you guys. This is a great reset of our soul. It is time to rise. It is time to let go of all of the past, all of those things that hold us back, right? We are bursting free from the controls of the powers, the perceived powers that have been in control for some time, and we're never meant to be, okay? It's all about where you give your power away. And it is truly time to free your soul and your mind and your body and to rise into new heights. Okay. So we are coming into a state of being more aware of Christ consciousness. What is Christ consciousness and why wasn't it here? Right? Well, during the return of Christ, Mount Shasta was a really big part of why Christ consciousness truly was not here on this planet. Where it went and why all plays out through the return of Christ work you will find on this channel. So I encourage you to check out the Ascension playlist. It's all the work. It's not me talking about them. Okay. Those are all of the work that I did to the earth, because the earth has already changed. The earth has already shifted in the energy. Everything's already been done. The battle's been won. Love truly did win. Okay. Christ consciousness has been returned to its rightful state of being. And it is activating in all of mankind right now, piece by piece, slowly but surely, it is activating and awakening within you, especially if you have found this video. Okay. So within Christ consciousness, one of the many components besides free will and everything being a reflection of you and all connectedness is that every decision you make matters. Every decision, no matter how big or small. God wants me to talk about this right now because those decisions determine where you go. Those decisions determine where you go in the ascension because it is free will based. That is another layer of Christ consciousness. Everything can only happen through you, not to you. God, the angels, they cannot bypass your free will, which is why it doesn't make sense that Jesus died for your sins, because in truth, he did not. Okay. What truly happened to Jesus, they lied, just like everything else back to Adam and Eve as well. So within Christ consciousness, we have free will. And it is your choices that determine where you go in the ascension. And every decision that you make matters, from judgments to fear, okay, to all of those components that keep you shackled and bound. You don't even realize how important the decisions are that come into your space. Every single day is a choice. Every single day you have a choice. And these are karmic lessons that are playing out for you repeatedly until the last of space. Okay, because in the ascension, for the return of Christ, is truly time to let those lessons go. You have to learn them once and for all. Okay, and this is what Revelations would talk about, the 13 gates. 13 gates, not 12, right? There's 13 portals of ascension. 13 energetic uprises that I have implemented. We have awakened those pyramids again, masculine and feminine, returned all of what Christ truly was. Okay, it's very layered, very detailed. But where you go in this ascension, where you get off, or if you continue rising, is based on your choices of free will. And God wants me to talk about this because it's very important. It's very important to understand this. Every single one, no matter how large or small, is based in soul growth and unconditional love, okay? Or based in being governed by the shadow and giving your power away to the shadow through fear, through judgment, through ego, and other things, right? So greed, that's one of them. If your decisions are based in money only, that's not love. And I've talked about this. because you're a powerful creator. We are not meant to be governed by these things. We are free. We are sovereign beings, and we are meant to be powerful creators in high vibration of love, unconditional love, because we are all connected. Every single one of us is connected. So when you come to these videos and I talk about Christ consciousness and I talk about all these things, and it makes you feel some type of way, it is absolutely a reflection of where your shadow lies. And your decisions determined what that does for you. Okay. So every person you come in contact with, every decision you're faced with every day is either there to help you free your soul from those shackles that bind you, or you anchor more into them in every way. Okay. Through choices hidden in disguise of free will. You have to gain control of your mind, your body, and your soul. Okay. You have to know who you are and what you're capable of, and not come from those spaces of wounds and sorrows, but of power and unconditional love, not judgment of others or fear, right? Or ego components that, well, I can't do this, I can't do that, then you can't, right? Because you're a powerful creator. So every choice, consider this, everything that comes up into your environment every day gives you an opportunity to rise through soul growth and unconditional love. And I do mean the smallest choices to the largest ones, especially those that feel difficult, right? Especially those that take you out of your comfort zone. Okay. So we have to continue getting out of that comfort zone. So if you continue a course of familiarity because it's familiar to you, right? And a choice based in ego and shadow, right? So I don't want to grow. I don't want to feel uncomfortable. I just want to go to my job and work my day to day and pay my bills. And that's not rising. Those are based in the government. Those are based in governed by the shadow, fear and ego and money. If money is what guides you, that's not love. It's not to say that we don't deserve to have abundance and joy and freedom and everything our hearts desire. We do. But when it's love-based, that's the new earth. Okay. So every choice you've made, every decision that has come in front of you, and it's based in soul growth. If it has to do with soul growth, if it has to do with getting out of your comfort zone, if it has to do with vulnerability and seeing things from a different light and being completely honest with yourself, even if it's super hard, those are choices based in soul growth and love, unconditional love. Because no matter what you do, you affect everybody around you. We are all connected, and God looks for those soul warriors who are here to serve others because we're all connected, right? So it's never just about you. It's never just about paying your bills. What a boring life it would be, but that's what they want you to do, because then they have the power over you. Basically, you're padding their pockets. And it's like being enslaved. Think about being shackled to the chain gang, right? So when fear creeps in and you have a choice to make, and it's so scary to make that choice, it feels so intense to make that choice, and you have no idea what's going to happen on the other side. Yeah, do it anyways. That is soul growth, my friends. Those are the choices, the ones that feel so difficult, the ones that feel so, like astronomically big changes, right? They create the biggest changes possible in your environment. They get you out of that comfort zone. Those are the ones you want to make, not the ones that hurt others. It's never based in that, but it makes you feel vulnerable. It makes you feel uncomfortable because it's not where you've been giving your power away. It's not based in you giving your power away. It's based in you being the creator in your own reality. Okay, there might be some who still choose to do nothing but live through the matrix, and that is their choice. They cannot rise. There might be some who choose to live through religious ties. That is their choice, but they cannot rise. That's not a maybe. It's an absolutely. I know what the Christ return is. I know what it takes to get your soul to be your pure sovereign self. Okay. And anywhere where the karmic demise was, where the divide and the bloodshed and all of those things are not of God. Judgments are not of God. Fear is not of God. Money is not of God. That's not to say we don't have abundance, because we do and we will in the new earth, big time, more than you've ever imagined. That's why they call it the golden era. Matter of fact, in birthing the new earth, when I was birthing the new earth, you can find those on this channel. God opened up the heavens and poured down all kinds of gold amongst us, upon us. I can't remember what day it was, 4, 5, 6, somewhere in there. But I'm going to tell you right now, how you clear your karma is based in the choices hidden in disguise that present themselves to you every day. And they are difficult ones, because they are based in your karmic demise, where you have given your power away to the shadow. Okay. So every choice is about that soul growth that allows you to rise and take your power back and be pure sovereign the whole way, not governed in any way, not shackled and bound in any way, but pure love and joy. And why not be so grateful to that opportunity? Why not be so grateful to witness the return of Christ? Why not be so grateful to take part in the biggest ascension of history that ever will be and never will be again? Where is the joy in soul creation? Being joyful and being a pure sovereign being for soul growth. That is the ascension, my friends. It is a rite of passage through soul growth. Who's willing to grow through the choices they are presented with every day? And they're going to be subtle. It's going to be subtle, ones you would never think would be the biggest change catalysts in your life. And they're presented to you every day. And I get such chills when I say this. This is Christ consciousness. This is what it takes to rise into the new earth. To make choices outside of love hurts you. To judge others hurts you, because you're all connected. So truly, they're a reflection of you, okay? Because vibrations attract similar vibrations. Lessons are playing out to see if you're ready to rise to unconditional love, or if you need more karmic lessons to play out. And the only way to rise through the ascension the whole way is to be ready to put those karmic demises down, to call your power back in every way, and to rise through a lens of unconditional love only, not to judge others or yourself. Anything outside of unconditional love is a vibration that doesn't match. We cannot be duality anymore. We cannot be both karmic lessons and light anymore. There is no more duality capabilities. It is now time to rise. And what a beautiful blessing this is, if you choose wise, right? If you make the choices through free will to rise through growth of unconditional love only, sovereign and power, and the ability to see clearly through the internal vessel. Those are the ones who make it through, no matter how difficult those choices are. No matter how vulnerable they make you feel. The time is now to rise and heal, okay? And your choices are determined by your karma. So if money has become so much more important to you than love, you're going to have a lot of choices present through those lessons, okay? It's going to repeat and present and repeat and present until there's no more time left to make that choice, which now is the time to rise. We are currently rising through the portals, okay? It is now. This is a karmic play out. So that's what they would call Judgment Day, because God, my friends, does not judge. God does not judge. Judgment is not of God, okay? And I'm pulling some cards also from my Ascension deck. God does not judge. So wherever there is judgment, you don't let that govern you. It doesn't matter if people judge you. People judge the return of Christ multiple times to this day. But it doesn't hurt me. It really hurts them. Okay. Anytime you pick up those shadow components and throw them at anybody, it's a reflection of what's inside of you and those wounds that you need healing and the choices you need to rise out of to choose unconditional love. So it can be as simple as a dislike on a video. It can be as simple as saying, ew, they don't look. It's the simplest choices to the biggest ones. It doesn't matter. Okay, it does not matter. It is soul growth. But what you don't realize is we're all connected. So it's always for the betterment of all, right? It's never about the comfort zone because that doesn't create changes. That comfort zone won't change anything. Fitting in doesn't change anything because you're fitting into the shadow, the codependency of being small. Being small keeps you from rising, okay? Because you're not helping the betterment of all, okay? Getting out of your comfort zone, feeling vulnerable, even pushing past that fear is choices in the betterment of all, because this isn't just about me. I risked my own twin flame in the ascension. I went ahead and allowed that to fall. I allowed him to become a walk-in because I knew it was for the betterment of all. Thus, I thought I would have his love right away, you know? So, what I'm going to tell you, I'm going to leave this video with is every choice matters, no matter how big or small. Every decision you make matters and determines where you go, because you can only rise through free will. You have to finally put those karmic lessons down. And I mean every choice, every day, every decision you make either determines if you rise or if you don't, okay? The path is not always an easy one. However, if it was, you would never challenge yourself to grow. And I just pulled these just now for this. This is my ascension deck. This deck was channeled while I was activating the pyramids and doing all of the portals for the ascension. So these are the lessons that you learn in the ascension, or you should learn through soul growth, okay? So the path is not always an easy one. This is what they would talk about, the testaments to God and revelations. However, if it was easy, you would never challenge yourself or grow. Okay, it's about soul growth. It's not meant to be easy. We are meant to grow as a soul. It's not meant to be easy choices. The easy way out is not the way to go. That is not what will cause you to rise, okay? There is depth and wonderment. Dig deeper. There is always more. Okay, I talk about this one a lot, especially in my courses and in my academy and in the path to righteousness. Dig deeper. Okay, there's always layers to everything, right? People will commonly say, I thought I healed that. There's always more because it took layers of lifetimes to create that wound. It takes layers of lifetimes to remove it. And even when I go in and heal everything outside, inside you to the outside, they will play out in a karmic lesson. So then you must choose to not repeat that cycle. And those are the choices I'm talking about, okay? So potential accomplished and created does not exist. Have you ever heard that word? Well, there's potential in you. I see potential in you. Maybe one day I'll love you unconditionally because maybe one day you'll be perfect enough for me too. That's hurtful, and that's actually based in judgment. We all house the same abilities, okay? That's what this card means. So I am a reflection of you. So if you're disliking the return of Christ stuff, it's because there's something you don't like in it. You don't want to grow. You don't want to grow as a soul and accept that you're really judging you, because everything is a reflection of you. Okay. So potential accomplished and created does not exist, as we all have the same potential vortex. Do not limit unjust, simply celebrate instead. Do not limit unjust. Look how beautiful you are right now. You are perfect right now, right? Do you know why people do what they do? It's usually based in a wound. We all bleed out our wounds, okay? So unconditional love required. Some risks are worth all the effort. Some risks are worth all the effort. And you see this mountain? Goes back to Mount Shasta. But mountains can seem so large and so big, and like we can't do this. We can't do it. Those choices are going to feel big sometimes, like so difficult. But you know what? It's going to feel risky. It's going to feel risky to do it because that's soul growth, because the shadow takes your power away. The shadow takes your power away. It makes you feel like you can't do this without them. It makes you feel like you can't create money. It makes you feel like you can't create freedom. It makes you feel like you can't be free. They want you feeling fearful and small and all codependent on them. They want you afraid of tomorrow and constantly thinking about the past. For when you stay in this moment now and you make decisions through free will, through soul growth, you rise and you rise to new heights. And as long as every choice you make is based in love, is this love or is this based in judgment and fear and money and ego? Okay. Those are the lessons that cause you to rise. And some of those risks are so worth it because it's not just you that you're affecting. If you choose to stay small, to not rise, to not do the soul growth, all of those that you're connected to cannot feel that choice either. They are stuck in that same shadow that you are because we are all connected. So one movement of healing, one choice of growth causes a ripple effect through those you're connected to that you don't even see. And it causes others to be able to see clearer and rise and have the free choice too, just like you did, right? So if you have children and you choose not to rise, they don't get to choose to rise, right? Some risks are worth all the effort. Keep going, even though it seems so difficult. And the path is not always easy. There is such beauty and blessings and grace through soul growth. The ascension is soul growth, free will. God cannot bypass your free will. Spirit cannot bypass your free will, and neither can the shadow. Everything that happens in your reality is based in your decisions. So whether you rise or fall is based in your choices through free will. Christ consciousness rising. So much love to all of you. I hope and I am here for those soul growth warriors who are ready to rise, ready to let go of their karmic demise, ready to not worry about other people's judgments and still shine their light so bright and put themselves out there and grow as a soul in every way and know that those risks are not always easy, but they are worth it in every single way because we are here to rise to freedom. Freedom and pure sovereignty and abundance like you've never known. Taking our power back the whole entire way. Because I don't have potential. I am a creator. So much love, my friends. I love you all, and I hope to see you on the other side in our new earth. Love one. It's love you have to choose through every way, including soul growth. Till next time. Bye.